Okay, so today is our STEM abroad discussion. So I wanted to start the discussion off with introduction. So I'll start. My name is Alexis, and I am a student outreach coordinator. So I'm also a student at BSU, and I studied abroad in Prague, Czech Republic last spring. Does Emma or Julia wanna?
I'm Julia from Meta. I am a senior at Bridgewater State, and I studied abroad in Thailand last semester.
Hi, everyone. My name is Nevina. I'm the study abroad coordinator in the study abroad office. I advise students mostly on all of Europe except for UK and Ireland.
And hello, everybody. My name is Emma Lynch, and I am another one of the study abroad coordinators in the office, advising for programs in the UK and Ireland, as well as Asia, Africa, Oceania, and our semester at sea programs. So I'll give it back to you, Alexis.
Okay, perfect. So I'm going to start off with the common misconception is that STEM students can't study abroad. So I just want to make it clear that STEM majors can study abroad. So like I said, it's a common misconception that STEM majors cannot study abroad because they don't have classes which count toward their major. I've heard from peers before that study abroad will delay your graduation, or when you come back, you'll have to take an overload of courses. However, this is not the case at all. You just need to make sure you plan ahead like any other major when studying abroad. The first thing you want to do is look at your degree works, find out what classes you need or could take the semester you want to go abroad. Then when looking at the different programs, you want to see which ones offer the courses that you need so that you can stay on track for graduation. So you can take core classes, electives, or major classes, just depending on whatever you need left on your degree works. When picking a program, deciding on a school is just as important as a location. So when picking a location, you don't want to just go to Spain and, for example, and pick any school. You want to actually look at the different universities and see if they offer courses that would also go over to BSU for credits that you need. There are so many people to help you along the way as well. The process can seem daunting, but it's really not. You just have to take it step by step. So we have academic advisors, so they can help you with seeing what courses can be translated over. Our study abroad advisors, they're always here to help with any questions. You also have student outreach coordinators if you want student advice, we can always give that. And then financial aid advisors as well. Any questions on scholarships they could help or financial aid needs. Okay. So I'm just gonna say that we have STEM programs actually pretty much all over the world. So we do national exchange in the USA and Canada. We also have South America locations. We have Africa, Asia, Oceania. Pretty much, I'm gonna give you a list at the end, and it's gonna have a few of locations we recommend, but we have much more. If you just go on Horizons, which is our database, search in whatever location you want, and you can read more about the universities and make sure that they have a perfect fit for you. So I just wanted to highlight a few that I felt included a lot of the STEM majors. So we have a program in Asia, which is actually in South Korea, and it is a really good STEM school. So they have a College of Life Sciences, so all the bio classes that you can need if you're a bio major. So it's really good for if you're a bio major. They also have a College of Engineering, College of IT Engineering, and they also have a College of Natural Sciences, so like marine biology if you're more into environmental science as well. So it was a really good school because it pretty much covered all STEM majors. Also, we have 2 Oceania programs. So these are Bridgewater in programs. So they're still affiliated with us. So there was actually 2 of them. So they also include computing, math, and technology, engineering. They also had health and medical sciences and sciences of the environment as well. And then we also have another really great exchange in Limerick, Ireland, which had computer sciences, technology, and biology. They had some math courses, but was a really good one for computer sciences, especially. Okay, so some really great scholarships that I just wanted to point out. There's so many if you go to our website, which I'll share the link later. But so we have a BSU Study Abroad scholarship. So this scholarship is really great. They have travel courses or full semester. We're gonna do probably a STEM option for this. So this is a really great one to apply for. Also, the Benjamin Gilman Scholarship. It's not just for STEM, but it's a really great scholarship that offers a lot of money. So it's a good one to check out as well. So that one is for people who have federal Pell Grants, so financial need based, but you can check with financial aid to see if you can qualify for that as well. Okay, so the Boren Awards for International Study. So this is summer only programs. They're up to 8 weeks, but they're actually for STEM fields. So it's really great. You can get up to $8,000 and it's for STEM. So it's a really good one to look into. I also put the Freeman in Asia just because there are a lot of STEM programs in Asia. So I really wanted to highlight this scholarship because it also would be a great one for STEM. And then also we can start right into our discussion now. So I see that, Julia, do you want to start us off and tell us a little bit about your abroad experience?
Sorry. Yeah, of course. So my name is Julia, and I studied abroad at Mahidol University in Thailand for the 2019 spring semester. So the journey to getting to picking Thailand was a bit like I had a lot of stages. So at first I actually really wanted to go to Spain. My heart was set on Spain. I looked more into Spain. I met with my advisor, and like Alexis had mentioned before, being a bio major, I was told that it could put you back, in which, depending on what classes you can, that can happen to anyone. But that I kind of felt a little bit discouraged, just a little bit, because I was like, okay, well, should I even go abroad? Am I even going to find a school that has the classes that I need, my chemistry class, my, ecology, or, something like that, that I need. So that way, when I come back to Bridgewater, I'm right on track. So I did feel a little bit discouraged, but then as I looked more into it, I realized that, okay, there actually is a lot of programs that offer, STEM courses. And you can even take free electives. My school, the university that I ended up going with, offers chemistry and other classes and a lot of electives too, free electives. So that way, when I come back to Bridgewater, I don't have to take those because I already did. And then I had, a couple of friends in my bio classes that also went abroad. And after looking more into it, I, ended up deciding on Thailand as a place that I would really like to go to. And one of my friends actually appointed me to Thailand, and he described his whole experience. And for other reasons like pricing and location, I ended up going with Thailand over Spain. I also didn't look into Spain as much as I could have. I looked at, which is why I really like, Alexis, when you mentioned in the beginning that picking a school is just as important as the location, because I only looked at probably 1 or 2 schools in Spain, and they didn't have all the, STEM courses that I was hoping for that I could qualify to take as an international student. But that's why it's very important to look into the school, because you are still in school and you go abroad, so you don't want to take classes that wouldn't fit, in your degree. But yeah, and then I I did have help picking my program a little bit. I know Emma was my advisee through advisor through like the whole process. So that was really nice. She was very helpful, and helped me pick like the classes that I took. And I think I mentioned this before, but I picked Thailand because of like the location and the pricing, especially, for me, the pricing for Thailand, it was like really good. And the location, I really liked like the tropicalness of it and everything. And I looked into like my school and like the surrounding areas, and I really liked that. And the STEM classes abroad. So my school actually did highlight a lot of like STEM classes. They actually have like their own hospital where like students like work at and everything, which was really cool. So it was a bit more difficult than a class that I would take here, but they were very helpful. They offered a lot of resources for you. So that's like the nice thing about it, was that I wasn't like just stuck taking these classes with no help. The teachers were really, and professors were really helpful. My favorite part of studying abroad would be, I would say like the people that I met. I love studying abroad because I met lifelong friends. And even after I left Thailand, I went to go visit a friend that I met abroad, which was like pretty cool. So it gave me like friends that I like didn't even know that I like needed. So yeah, I don't know, Alexis, would you like me to talk about anything else?
When you were applying, did you find it hard to find classes that were like, how did you end up figuring out what classes were able to relate over to Bridgewater, and how did that process work for you?
So so I had to get them approved, obviously. So that was like a big like deciding factor. I would just talk to like so like for chem, I had to get one of my chem classes approved. I didn't end up taking it in the long run, but it was one of the classes that I got like pre-approved. And I just went to, I believe it's the head of the department, of the chemistry department, that you would go to them and they would tell you if the class, you show them the syllabus of the course. And he basically said like, yes, like I would approve this, or no, and he would sign off on, on it. But for picking classes, I looked at my degree works, and I saw like what I needed to get done, what my school offered, and like what I would like want to take. So I ended up taking plant biology and Southeast Asian ecology. Those are my two bio classes that I took out there. And I got them both approved. So I was able to like take them. And a lot of the electives, it's really cool because a lot of the electives that they had at my school were different than they had here. So Southeast Asian ecology, I'm not sure if we offer I know we offer Asian ecology, but like it was really cool because you're learning about the ecology that they have right in their home. So that was really nice. So yeah, I basically did that.
That's great. So I know you said that you ended up deciding on Thailand. So I know like before, like when I was in bio too, me and you used to always talk about how it was going to be hard for us to study abroad, and I know people were always discouraging. So how did you overcome like people discouraging you? What made you think, oh, I'm going to go to study abroad, like I can do?
Definitely just like thinking in your head, like, okay, like I don't really know how to explain it, but so like I said, like I kind of like lost a little bit of hope, but I remember like going to like the info sessions that you have to go to before you even like apply to like study abroad. And they said, I know like they reiterated like 1,000 times that like if you want to study abroad, like you should just do it. Like the pricing, like we'll figure it out. Your courses, like will get you into a program that like has like your courses and stuff. So definitely those info sessions and having people like you, Alexis, and like Emma and Nevina to reassure you that like everything, like it'll all work out. Like, don't worry, like we'll find programs, we'll find the courses that you can take. And even if it's not your, your major like core classes, you can still take free electives that will pay off in the end. Like now I'm a minor in biology now, but I don't have to take any bio classes technically because I took those 2 electives and now, my minor's finished. So rather than like, taking like other courses that like I didn't necessarily need, but like I wanted to go, I don't know. It's just like the reassurance of the BSU study abroad department was definitely something that like helped me. And just keeping in mind that like I wanted study abroad was something that I wanted to do since like a freshman in college. I was like, when I get into like my sophomore, junior year, like I want to look into studying abroad, and like that's something that like I knew like I wanted to do. So I just had like in my head like everything will work out, it'll all be fine. I like love how like there's like info sessions like this and like discussions, because I didn't like attend like a lot of like discussions and like meetings like this when I was like applying. So I definitely think like I could have studied abroad in Spain if I wanted to and taken my bio courses, because when you look more into it, BSU offers like a lot of programs, a lot of different programs. So I definitely think stuff like this helps because it, gives students that information that like them like Googling or looking stuff up on their own they might like miss or like not know about.
So I know you, when you went to Thailand, you went through an affiliate. So which one was that again? And like,
CIS.
like, did you like going through, like, how was that?
So I went through CIS abroad. I actually really, really liked the affiliate program a lot, because when you go through an affiliate program, for example, I went through CIS abroad, they held one of my biggest fears, I guess, was like, I'm going to go study abroad and I'm not going to have any friends. I was like, I'm not going to meet anyone. Like, how am I going to like have friends? But the program like arranged like different trips that like everyone would go on, and like we would bond over that. So I think that was like really nice. And when we first got to Thailand, one of the first days we had like a big meeting with everyone, and we got to know one another, and it was more like an informational like meeting, but like we were all in like the same boat. Like we all like didn't really have like a lot of like friends yet, or like didn't find your group of people yet, but like that's why like I really liked going through like that program, because it was really easy to like meet like people and get over that like fear that I had. It's also really nice because anytime we had like a problem, we like messaged the person who was like our like go-to in Thailand through like CIS. So that was really nice that like we always had like that person to like rely on with like that like third party like program. Yeah, so I personally really liked it, like going through like the
Right. I agree.
affiliate.
When I did a Bridgewater Inn program, they did like the same exact type thing. And I felt like it was really helpful in meeting people. It was like the same thing. When we got there, we had different meetings or different activities just to make friends. And like you said, we also had someone that you could always contact. So it's great
Yeah,
that all these different programs offer something like that, so
it
that
was
you're not
also
alone
nice.
abroad.
Yeah, exactly. It was also nice because they assigned our roommates and everything. So like they kind of did like all that work, and like, they assigned the roommate. So I knew like, okay, if nothing works, I at least have a roommate that like we like have like that connection and relationship already. So yeah, it was really nice. They like set us up with like a group chat. Like they were like, it was like really cool because they like helped us like, all get like comfortable. And like now like I still keep in contact with like the same people from my program, which was like really nice.
Okay, so what advice would you have for future STEM students abroad?
My advice would be not to get discouraged. Like you can still go. Like if I went to my, advising meeting with my advisor and like, and I like kind of like took that energy and like instilled it in my brain and I never went, I would have really regretted not going studying abroad. So just to like everything will work out in the end. Like it said, like the pricing, the courses, like we'll find a program that like you'll eventually love because, you know, Thailand wasn't my first choice, like I said, but I wouldn't go back and like trade it for the world now. So that was really nice.
Great. I also see Allison, I seen that you joined us. If you'd like, if not, that's fine. But to just let us know what STEM major you are and what you are looking into.
Oh, I'm a freshman. I'm a geological major.
Okay.
I do want to study abroad, but I was just scrolling through the app and I saw this, so I just thought I'd stop in to kind of get like a general idea of like just different places people have gone and stuff like that.
That's great. So also you weren't here for the beginning, but I'm also a student outreach coordinator and I also went abroad as well. So I was in Europe. I went to Prague, Czech Republic, which was also a really great school over there. Wasn't STEM, but but just I'm also a student outreach coordinator and a student who went abroad. So if you ever wanted someone to talk about who was a student, me and I'm sure Julia too would love to help you out with that.
Okay.
Have any questions?
I think I'm good.
Okay. All right, so if you do not have any questions, I do want to just tell you a little bit about the study abroad office. So we do hold 101 sessions. So that would be your first step of studying abroad. I don't know if you've done that already. But if not, just go online on our website. And Horizons is our database, and look around and see what different options we have and the different locations that you have. Just really explore that. Once you have like an idea, you can come to, or if you don't, you can come to a 101 session and we'll explain more, but definitely follow us on our social media as well, because we're gonna keep uploading different events and info sessions. So if you want to learn more, we're gonna have a lot of upcoming events as well.
I have a last minute question for you both.
Okay.
If you're comfortable, would you like to talk about your funding options and scholarships if you had applied to any?
Definitely. So I can start. So I did apply to quite a few. So for me, like Julia said earlier, in picking a school, financial need was also a big concern for me. So I did do a lot of scholarships, and honestly, we have so many programs. I don't know if it is for you, but if it is, if it's not, whatever, you can tell your friends. But there's a lot of schools that are even less than or equivalent to Bridgewater, which is really great. You can find that out as well when you look into schools. But for scholarships that I applied to, I actually applied to that BSU Study Abroad Scholarship. And I did actually get that. So that was great. That was a $2,500 scholarship. So that was awesome. It covered like a quarter of what I had to pay to go abroad. So that was really nice. So I would definitely apply to that scholarship. I also applied for the Gilman scholarship. So I'm actually gonna exit out so I can just show you, go back to the scholarships while I talk about them. So this is the BSU Study Abroad Scholarship. So that's the one I just said that I applied to, and I got the $2,500 for the semester. I also applied for the Benjamin Gilman one. I did not get it, but we do also have a program. So it's a workshop that you go through. You do, there's like an info session, you have to do a writing workshop, and then also like meeting as well. And for applying and going through all the steps, you actually get $500. So even though I didn't get the scholarship, I got $500 for completing that. So that's a really good one to use as well. And then I also did crowdsource funding, which I don't have on here, but if you go to our website under scholarships, you can see that on there, a link to do it. So it's basically almost like a GoFundMe. So you can just share it to your social media. I put like a little blog about what I think I used it for a plane ticket. So I was like, oh, I'm going to be studying abroad, where I was going. And even if you don't get the money you need, I don't remember how much I got, but it was a good amount, and that was just extra money that you could use for spending or going abroad. So those are the ones I used, and I found them all really great. So we have that on our website. Julia?
So I think I just applied to the Benjamin Gilman scholarship, and then I took out like a private loan for like the rest of the money. But the scholarship was like really great because I didn't get it either, but you do automatically get that $500 if you do like the workshop and everything. So I think like even if like I think you should just like I think everyone, if you like qualify for it, should just like apply, because you never know. Like you could be picked, or like even if you're not, you're still like you still get like some sort of like help in that sense. But I also really like, Alexis, how you added in on the next slide the other two scholarships, because I didn't know about those two. So I think that would be like really helpful for like students to apply to, especially if you're like a STEM major.
Right. Yeah, definitely go to our website, because there's even so much more than this. And then even off of our website, we have links to other websites that have scholarships. So there's so many options for scholarships. I applied to a bunch. I think I did get another one. I'm not sure what it was. It was from like another scholarship outside of this, but just apply to as many as you can, because there's nothing you could lose. You're just
Right,
all to gain.
exactly.
So definitely apply. And like the Gilman, like we said, like definitely apply to that, because it's automatically almost like a $500 scholarship anyways, if we have the funding, because just for completing everything. Okay. Any
I do
other?
think it's really good that, Allison, that you're coming to this as a freshman, because you get all this information now, so you can start thinking about all of this.
Right, I agree. It's also nice too, because you're starting out, so you have so many, you can kind of plan. I didn't have this. So I went my junior year. I decided I wanted to go my junior year. So I had already taken a lot of my electives and core classes, which is fine, because we have major classes available, like I said, everywhere basically. But it's nice because you can kind of save what classes you would want to take abroad and what classes you would be interested in taking abroad. Like I know one of my friends, because he was done with a lot of things, he took a lot of international things. So he learned a lot about like international abroad. So I feel like it's really great that you're starting early so you can decide what you want from your experience. Okay. Anyone else want to talk about anything or have any questions?
I don't think
All
so.
right. Well, thank you everyone for coming. This was great. Thank you, Allison, for coming.
Thank you for having this presentation.
Thank you. I'm glad that we got to talk to you. All right.
Thank
You
you.
guys did great. Thanks so much. We appreciate everyone who came today.
Yeah, great job, guys. Thank you.
All right. Well,
Thank you.